Okay, in this video we're going to talk about progress invoicing. So essentially what this is, right, we've probably watched the videos about creating an estimate in QuickBooks. An estimate is a budget for a job, right? We're saying we expect this much in roofing, we expect this much in roughage, we expect this much in plumbing, etc., right? This is all these tasks that we have on a job. And when we do progress invoicing, we are allowed to basically bill for the job based on a percentage of completion of the job, right? So we can bill out 50% of the job, we can bill out 100% of the job, but we can do it at a per task level. So let's say we're 100% done with plumbing, but only 50% done with roughage and, etc. So that's what we're going to be going through right now, how to set that up. So the first thing is that you want to make sure in your preferences, under jobs and estimates, and company preferences, you'll have to be in as an admin, of course, but you want to make sure that progress invoicing is turned on. Okay, and obviously estimates, you have to have estimates on to turn on progress invoicing. Okay, so once that's turned on, then we come into our estimate, and I'm just going to create a quick estimate. So let's say for Shane, and we'll just say job 2. Okay. And I'm going to say for concrete, we have our estimate, right? And again, when you watch the estimate video, we're going to estimate 50 hours. This is our estimated cost. So $18 per hour. We have a markup of 75%. And so it gets us our revenues over there. Okay, so when we enable job costing as well, or progress invoicing as well, we can get some additional columns on our different templates. Okay, so that's how we enable the ability to have the estimated costs on our templates, and then that's also, I'll show you on the invoice template, there's a whole progress invoicing tab there. Okay, so I have my concrete, and let's just do some floor framing at $25 an hour and 50% markup. Okay, so I have my estimate here. Once I have my estimate, then when we go in to actually create an estimate, this is where the progress invoicing piece comes in, right? So I'm going to say create an invoice. So I can create an invoice for the entire estimate, 100%. I can create an invoice for a fixed amount, right? 50% across the board we're going to bill for. Or I have the ability to select items in different percentages per item. All right, now I generally like to just choose the 50% and then have it carry forward to the invoice, because then I can just edit it here, right? I can say, okay, now I actually want 75% and I want 80% here, and it'll back into my estimate for me. But going back here into our estimate, so I'm going to show you what it looks like when I create an invoice and I say selected items. So it's kind of the same thing, it's just on a different screen here. So you can choose, I have an estimated quantity of 50, I'm going to bill for 25 and it'll pick up for me the 50%. Or I can come in here and say I want to bill for 85% and it'll back into my quantity for me. Okay. All right, so I'm going to say 85% there, and we'll say we're going to bill for 2 hours here, so very small percentage, and then okay. So what it shows up here on the invoice now, right, is we have some additional columns. So if I go to my customized data layout, see I have my progressive columns there, right? This is a new little area on the invoice. So you can add additional columns, right? I can add to print or show on the screen my estimated quantity, rate, amount, prior amount, and I'll tell you what that means as well. It is basically, so let's say we are billing right now for 85%, right? And then the next time we bill, we're going to bill for that additional 15%. So it's going to show me not only the estimated amount, the whole amount, but it's going to show me all total amounts that have previously been billed. Okay, the prior percentage, current percentage, total percentage, and then we have some sales order information down here as well, which is different when we're doing sales order instead of estimates. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to go ahead and say save. and new. And so I have 85% and 13.33. So now I'm going to come back in. I say, oh, you know what? I need to bill for that job too again for Shane. And it pops up and it tells me I have open estimates, right? So I don't have to do it. I don't have to open up the estimate and do it from that screen. I can do it from right here. Okay, and it pops up the same box for me. It says create an estimate for the remaining amount. I can create an estimate for, percentages, or again, I can come in and select how much I want to finish out my billing. So you can see here I have my concrete, right? And all the grayed out columns, of course, in QuickBooks are columns you cannot edit. So previously, it's showing prior percentage. Previously, I've invoiced for 85%. So if I wanted to bring it to 100%, right, I can type that in, and again, it backs me in that I have 15% left. If I wanted to bring this to 65%, it would back into my numbers for me, right? And then, of course, it'll keep that estimate open and active because I have to go in and close it out, of course, when we're done with it. So progress invoicing allows us to keep track of percentage of completion, right, on a per task basis. There are some other ways to go about doing this if we do things based on deliverables, right, or we just have, fixed down payments. So we pay, 25% down, 50% upon X, 75% upon Y, right? So there's some other videos out there that talk about doing that kind of billing. But in this billing, if we're billing on a percentage of completion per task, then that's where this progress invoicing comes in play. Okay? All right, good luck with progress invoicing.